Maendeleo ile nilifanya hapa yeye amefanya.
Ladies and gentlemen, I did a video here showing you how Wycliffe Oparanya is in trouble. And I gave reasons as to why Wycliffe Oparanya is now almost facing charges in court. I also told you that there's another allegation that has come against Wycliffe Oparanya. Now, I personally thought that after realizing his mistake, he will probably avoid some of the things that he was doing and then get back to cause the way it's expected by William Ruto and Raila, who gave him the job anyway. But now, Wycliffe Oparanya has gotten back to Kakamega to attack Fernandez Baraza, who is the closest ally of Raila in the Western Kenya region as we speak today.
Maendeleo ile nilifanya hapa yeye amefanya. Na anaungana na mlevu mwingine kila saa wanaongea kwa Oparanya. Nasema watajua wajujui. Sasa nimerudi hapa uwanjani.
Fernandez Baraza is the chairperson of ODM in Kakamega County. He was elected against Wycliffe Oparanya's wish. They attacked each other here and there. The deputy governor of Kakamega County came out and attacked Wycliffe Oparanya fiercely.
Waziri mzima hauwezi kuja Shinyalu hapa kuja kufungua classroom imejengwa na CDF. Hiyo ni ukumbafu kubwa sana. Wewe tuletee maendeleo kutoka national government.
Now, I thought that Wycliffe Oparanya is going to feel that no, this is local politics, I'm past it. Now let me proceed to the higher level. Ladies and gentlemen, Wycliffe Oparanya surprisingly went back to Kakamega and was hitting at Fernandez Baraza like he never left. Then I asked myself, what could be happening with Wycliffe Oparanya? What is he up to? I came up with two scenarios. The first scenario, it's Raila planning to rejuvenate the ODM party by ensuring that Wycliffe Oparanya regains his support in the Western region. That is number one. In that, Wycliffe Oparanya to pretend that he's now against Raila. And then he gets back to the ODM helm, gets to Western Kenya, and starts doing his politics there. As a result, Raila will have made the ODM party rebranded again in the Western Kenya region. It will also help him increase his negotiation with William Ruto for 2027 because they know William Ruto very well. But I also told myself it could be true that Wycliffe Oparanya could be now on his way out from the ODM party and towards a new outfit for 2027. And that is what I want to take you through on the new outfit that probably Wycliffe Oparanya could be taking on in 2027. But before I take you through, if this is the first time you're watching my videos at Mokwa Times, please take a second or two to subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. Please, my number is always here for those who want to talk to me, encourage me, and give me the topics I want me to share with you. Please feel free to do so. What is Wycliffe Oparanya up to? In the ODM party, we have Edwin Sifuna, previously James Orengo, and now we have Osotsi, and of course Caleb Amisi, plus Babu Wino. These people seem to be speaking a different language from the other ODM bigwigs who are in the broad-based government. And I've felt like Wycliffe Oparanya, who was the deputy party leader of the ODM party, he's probably intending to lead this team. Towards the 2027 presidential ambitions. What is he planning to do? First, get out of William Ruto's government by resigning. Second, now after resigning, he will become a hero. We know what Kenyans celebrate in leaders. Of course, the ESCC might come for him, but all those intimidations, they increase the ability of a leader to become more popular. So after quitting the government, Oparanya will now be able to work with Edwin Sifuna, Babu Wino, and many other young leaders within the ODM party who have refused to board the broad-based government vehicle. I also feel strongly that he will not stop at Edwin Sifuna, Babu Wino alone. he will go to even George Natembeya so that they can combine efforts, George Natembeya and Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya. They will then work together to unite the Mount Kenya, the Western Kenya region. After uniting the Western Kenya region, they can either get to opposition or even go to the presidency directly. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the most likely scenario that is now going to happen in the Western Kenya region. George Natembeya is not okay with the DAP party. They have refused to rebrand themselves to be a national party. There are also allegations that the DAP party could be sponsored by President William Ruto. So they have also refused George Natembeya to rise to even become the party leader of that party. Now, George Natembeya most likely might quit that team and join another one for 2027. But we know at this point, he cannot form a party. He cannot lead any party. But Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya, if he resigns today, he will be partyless. Apart from that, he will not be an elected member of parliament or politician of any category. So he'll be able to come up with a party and go ahead to even popularize it across the country to an extent that it is going to be among the most popular within the Western Kenya region. That is the most likely scenario. Then Natembeya to go with for the gubernatorial seat of Trans Nzoia County again in 2027. Alafu Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya to head the Tawe movement together with other leaders like Edwin Sifuna, Caleb Amisi, and many other leaders who are against the broad-based government. Natembeya knows very well that he cannot propel that journey, that team alone, the Tawe movement alone. It needs other political figures that are very key. And there is where Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya comes in. Oparanya is liked by the people of Western Kenya, not just because he's an orator, because he's not such a good orator. First, he has good experience in leadership, but most importantly, he had a good track record when he was in Kakamega County as a governor. So that puts him in a position to be able to lead the people of Western Kenya. Now, then Oparanya can now even declare to become the president of this country. As a result, he will attract attention from William Ruto and the opposition side. So that will give Western Kenya some voice that is very important. When these people reach towards actual almost 2027 elections, they can increase the negotiating power of the people of Western Kenya. Now, as I started by saying, this could be the individual decision by Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya, but on the other side, it can also be Raila Amolo Odinga working to ensure that he becomes the person who is going to dictate again in 2027 as far as William Ruto's plans are concerned, because he knows William Ruto wants to finish him completely. Ladies and gentlemen, we also have to remember that William Ruto was very tactical by taking Ambetsa Oparanya, who could have been a potential presidential candidate in 2027. Taking Alias Anjoho, who could have merged with Ambetsa Oparanya to become a very serious ticket in 2027. So it took them to tame them. So if Ambetsa Oparanya decides to quit with government and go to join another outfit, then William Ruto must be a worried man. That is why we are seeing the intimidations from the EACC, or probably charges against him, especially being taken in court, especially in relation to corruption and money laundering allegations that I had. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is very clear Ambetsa Oparanya is on a mission. He cannot just from nowhere oppose Raila Amolo Odinga, from nowhere come up with his own candidate to be the chairperson of ODM party. If it is not that he's working with Raila Amolo Odinga, then he was creating an excuse to have problems with Raila Amolo Odinga, resign from government, and get back to work. I have a strong feeling that Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya, considering his absence from William Ruto's events, Raila Amolo Odinga's as well, his silencing, then he could be communicating something. Now, it could also be a plan of William Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga to get Oparanya to that height and then later on get him back to their team, simply to create the perception that he has created a negotiating power for the Luhya nation. But with the time, we're going to note what could be happening as far as Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya is concerned. But in the meantime, it is chaotic and Raila Amolo Odinga has no place to hide. Why? Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya and Elias Onjoho are the determiners of Raila Amolo Odinga's strength politically in this country. There's no one else who is going to rise above these two from their respective regions. And apart from that, Raila Amolo Odinga does not have the energy again to get to the ground and campaign to get more supporters like Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya and Elias Onjoho. So they know their strength. So that's why Elias Onjoho can say anything to anyone, because he knows without him, Raila Amolo Odinga is finished at the coastal region. I don't know what is your take, but on the comment section, feel free to share with me. My name is Abel Mukwa. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you, and let's see each other as things unfold in the political terrain.